Hey ladies, so recently I posted a little short clip on YouTube Shorts talking about if my husband or if any man I was dating, anyone ever, came up to me and said that he was ready to leave, that I would say, okay, there's the door, or thank you sir, thanks for letting me know, and I would let him go. And most of you guys agreed with that. And there were a couple of comments of people saying things like, what happened to sitting down and compassion and love and talking about, blah, blah, blah. Here's the thing, babe. I'm all about sitting down and having real grown-up self-aware conversations. I teach that, right? Like I teach that in my inner work courses. I'm all about the self-awareness and all that stuff. The thing is that you also have to understand not only human nature, but male and female psychology, which is very different from each other. When a woman goes up to a man and says, I'm thinking about leaving you, or I'm gonna leave you, she's wanting a conversation. She wants him to sit her down and say, oh no, babe, I'm gonna change my behavior, and I swear I won't eat with my mouth open, and I won't do this and that. Like, she's looking for a conversation, and so that's the intention. Men don't do that. In fact, good, healthy men don't just get up and walk away. They just don't. Men don't leave the women that they love. We know this in our divorce stats as well. I believe it's like 90% of divorces are filed by women. Men don't leave like that. So by the time a man comes up to you, if you're married to a healthy man, by the time he comes up to you and he says, I'm leaving, he's already been gone. He has left. He wasn't there. So at that point, any begging, pleading, conversations, none of that stuff is going to help. In fact, what might help you, not a guarantee, but what might help is actually respecting him and letting him go. Men need respect. Respect his decision. Assume that he has given this a lot of thought and that he is making the best decision for himself. And at that point, if you let him walk out, and he has that time away from you, and if he really loved you and he's meant to be with you, that space between him and you, and the fact that you respected his decision and that you didn't get yourself in the one down position pleading and begging, is more likely to bring him back, actually. So respect him, love him, have compassion, and let him go. People think that begging people to stay is the compassionate thing to do. It's not. Respecting another grown-ass person's decisions is respect. That's compassion. So I have helped so many couples that were already separated, like living in separate households, come back together by using these same principles. Is that you have to respect each other's viewpoints. You have to respect each other's decisions. So men and women are different, and they use different strategies and tactics. It's just built in, right? It's not about like playing games. Is just built into our behaviors because we perceive the world very differently than each other. So yes, when a woman comes up to you and she says, I'm about to leave you, she's going to be open for a discussion. She might want you to make promises and hold them. But by the time a man comes up to you, he's already been gone, girl. You got to just let him go at this point. Especially if you want to leave the door open of him coming back, then especially let him go. Okay. Now in the second scenario where he was an unhealthy person and he was just using you, well then if he wants to go, let him go, because that's not your match anyways. We're doing our inner work, we're up leveling, and we're just not available for any of these shenanigans. So in either scenario, do you see now why it makes sense to let grown men make their own decisions? Putting yourself up in that one down position by begging and pleading, not going to help. In fact, a lot of men learn their lesson by having that space, by losing you, by realizing, oh my God, I had something amazing and I let it go. Oh my God, have you guys been watching? We've been watching Love is Blind. We finished it, and Married at First Sight, season 17. Well, in Love is Blind, do you remember? I can't remember his name. He was the one that was engaged to Ryan. No, this wasn't Love is Blind. It was Ultimatum. The Ultimatum. The guy that came with the Southern woman, Ryan. When he gets the ultimatum and he goes off with that other girl, It hits him. I remember just watching that with my husband. I think we watched it last month, and you could see the empathy that Irfan had for this guy. He's like, oh my God, like it hit him. As soon as he went off with the other girl, it was like his whole world came crashing down, and he immediately knew that he wanted to be with his original girlfriend. If you haven't seen the latest season of The Ultimatum on Netflix, watch it. Just only for that, especially for that just one scene, that one couple, because that's what happens with men. Once he lost her, like it took that much for them to go on the show, to, you know, date all those people, to choose another person, to go off. The minute he went off, it was like, it just was this big aha moment. Sometimes you need to just give him that moment. And I know it's hard, it's easier said than done, but I feel like men are attracted to women that respect themselves and don't put themselves in that one down position. It's like both men and women need the woman to stay in the one up position. That's what attraction is. It makes her just seem that much more magnetic. So give him that experience. Don't hold on to him. Don't beg him. Okay? There's no point. Say, you know what? I respect your decision. And let him go. And then do your inner work. Level up and start living life for you. Start living your best life, and your vibrational match, the man that is a better match for your love list, will find you. And if this was the guy, then he'll learn his lesson and come back and stay for good this time. Okay? I love you, and I will see you in the next one. By the way, we are currently enrolling for Incarnate, our 6th annual New Year Intensive, which is happening in Houston, Texas on January 17, 2004. Super excited. Link is in the description box. The portal recordings come as a bonus for this, and I'll see you in Houston. Bye.